was basically dead even, a toss-up of who would win.
You sit your ass right
now,
there.
looking at Game 2, also in San Antonio, essentially a must-win game.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a great day so far. So I needed to react to this video before it got lost in the abyss of other video requests. So I had a ton of requests a couple of weeks back to react to this. And I got to be real, it's probably been about a month now. But there's been so much other stuff going on that I kept putting this on the back burner. This is from Uncut Hoops. While LeBron James will never be the GOAT 2014 edition, not only have a bunch of you guys asked me to react to this, Uncut himself told me about this one. So I'm excited to do this. And yeah, I don't think we need a long intro, guys. This is a part of a multi-part series. And it's going to be a long one, so I might break this up into 2 parts. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, you guys, why LeBron James is not the GOAT. This is going to be even funnier now. After now we all know that he is ring chasing again in Philly. So, in my opinion, this whole thing gets even funnier, and his GOAT case gets worse and worse as his career continues on. Honestly, it's one of those things. I think he should have walked away a long time ago, but you know, whatever. Guys, let's get to it. I'm going to link the original video from Uncut Hoops down below in the description, as I do every video, you guys. Highly recommend checking them out. And outside of that, big time shout out to channel members. I appreciate you all. And I'm ready to get into this, guys. Like the video, hype the video on this one if you could, guys. It would really help it out. And let's rock.
Why is ring culture so much more prevalent in the NBA than in other sports?
Yeah, it's funny, LeBron, isn't it? It's even funnier today.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny.
I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all.
Yeah, I don't know why it's the C-all, D-all, and I don't know why you're going to Philly right now. Why would you possibly join up with 3 all-stars in a city you have no affiliation for at the end of your career? Why would you do that unless it's the A-all, B-all?
Of everything.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Not 2, not 3, not 4,
not 5.
What's the next aspect of the game you want to get better at?
Winning.
Individually.
Winning championships.
Individually? Winning.
Come again.
Oh, damn. He said it. I was joking.
You know, it's all said and done. We know free agency is coming up.
Yeah.
Can you picture yourself somewhere else?
At this point, I can't.
Timeout with 2:12 remaining. Dreams of a three-peat ending for the Heat here tonight.
12 seconds later.
LeBron James tells Sports Illustrated, quotes, "I'm going home."
This stuff is hard.
Yeah, I love this. I love this Pat Riley thing.
And you got to stay together if you got the guts.
If you got the guts.
And you don't find the first door and run out of it.
I mean, guys, this is why I said I didn't think he was going back to Miami. And it wasn't because I don't think he wanted to. It was because I don't think Pat Riley wanted him back. Because he told him before he left, straight up, even told the media, don't run out. Don't be a coward, essentially. Don't run out the first door you find because you're scared. And LeBron did exactly that.
When it comes to the Big Three Heat era of Chris Bosh, Wade, and LeBron James, the Heatles era, this team going in 2011 was clearly the next dynasty in the NBA that would dominate the Eastern Conference for years to come.
Yep.
As in LeBron's own words, they're going to win not 1, not 2, not 3, 4, or even 5 championships.
He gets up to, well, he says not 7. So to me, that means not 7 equals 8. How you going to win 8 championships in 4 years, LeBron?
You sure about that?
Now, with all that being said, looking at the Big Three, their depth, Pat Riley at the helm. This overall era of Heat basketball, well, they did win 2 championships. In my personal opinion, it was a bitter disappointment. As look at the record in the finals, 2-2, split it 500, and their 2 losses were devastating losses that were quite frankly embarrassing.
Yep.
As of course, first Dallas, LeBron James, the epic choke job, then versus Spurs 2014.
Look at that. Haslam comforting him, man. Come on.
Got absolutely demolished.
Did they underachieve though, based on the talent and everything?
I think they should have won 3 or 4.
Correct. I mean, and the thing is, like, okay, we could put this in context of 4 years, but it shouldn't have been only 4 years. You don't put three pieces like that together, win 2 championships, and then blow it up in 4 years. You just don't do that. But LeBron had to run away again, so he ruined it. Yeah, I think, like, for this to have been a success, because this was the biggest deal in the world. You know, it's not like nowadays where there's a big 3 being formed every day. This is the reason why that happens now. But this one was like the first time we've ever seen anything like this. And the fact that they only stayed together, less so the fact that they went 2 and 4 to me. The fact that LeBron only lasted 4 years out there before running away is the worst part. If he would have stayed there 8 years and won like 4 championships in 8 years or something, I would think that's more of an accomplishment than the 2 and 4 and then he runs.
Like when you put that at that time, people was like you forget what Bron say.
Not 2,
yep.
Not 3, not 4, not 5.
And nobody else had 3 stars, huh?
Not at that level.
I mean, y'all was older.
Yeah, we was older, but nobody had the big 3.
Nobody had
in their prime.
Everybody had like 2 stars.
2.
A decade plus now looking back.
And by the way, for all you guys who were talking about like the old days, like a Charles Barkley going to the Rockets, yeah, back in the day, that was the best you could get. That was the closest to ring chasing you can get. You can ring chase at the very end of your career, but you can't ring chase during your prime. All right? The team that drafted you, that's your team, you know, unless they trade you.
Helmet Heat team.
Or you demand a trade, but you sure aren't going to be like, you know, teaming up with 2 other megastars. It's just not going to happen. Plus, the mindset back then was during your prime, you want to beat the best, not join the best.
Going 2-2 in the finals was in fact disappointing. Was it a failure? Couldn't say that. But disappointing, underwhelming, that's an appropriate label.
Yep.
And look at 2014, that lost versus the Spurs. For that overall series that season, what was the narrative after the finals? Well, you know, this Spurs team was on a revenge tour, they're destined to win, and the Heat never had a chance. That narrative in hindsight, after the Spurs won the championship, was a beautiful narrative and a storybook ending. But looking at the journey to get there, it's not entirely true. Look at the Western Conference Round 1, Spurs versus Mavericks. This Mavericks team, their 2 best players, Dirk Nowitzki with 35, and Monte Ellis. This series, it went 7 games. I'll repeat that, a 35-year-old Dirk Nowitzki took the 2014 Spurs to 7 games. The second round versus Portland, LaMarcus Aldridge, you know, a dominant series, it was 4-1. Then the West Finals with the Thunder, a 4-2 series, which in all honesty was the NBA Finals, the 2 best teams in basketball. So what's my overall point? Look at this 2014 Spurs team, yes, a great team and worthy champions. But look at their path to the finals, path to the championship, they weren't a juggernaut and a shoo-in to win the title from day one.
And on paper, the Heat were better. I mean, I'm looking around and I'm remembering all these guys. They got Birdman, they got Rashard Lewis, they got Ray Allen, man. Like,
and why was that?
Come on.
Because look at the Western Conference, it was absolutely loaded. And compared to the East, it's a no contest. 50-win teams in 2014 in the Eastern Conference. There's only 2. The Pacers, then Miami. The Western Conference, I mean, get this. You have the Spurs, Thunder, Clippers, Portland, the Rockets, Warriors, and Memphis. That West right there had 7 50-win teams. And look at your 8 seed, 49 wins. Even your 9 seed, 48 wins,
Yep.
They missed the postseason.
Welcome to the
For
West.
some context in the Eastern Conference, the 3rd seed Raptors...
But my son's with 48 wins. Not good enough. Try again next year. Welcome. This is life in the West.
Also won 48 games.
Yeah.
I think I can smell shite.
Now, one more thing I do want to clarify, make crystal clear. Look at this Heat team in 2014. Dwayne Wade entering the finals was not washed. After the finals, how he played, that was the narrative. But heading into it, Dwayne Wade, on record, his most efficient season of his career. As in the field, 54.5%.
Wow.
His highest mark ever. From 2, 55.7%, again his highest, and true shooting percentage, the highest of his career.
And you guys, the 19 points, that's because, I mean, anybody who teams up with LeBron James, they end up scoring less points. It's just the way it works. The narrative is that he makes his players better, but it's From my eyes, it's quite the opposite. He takes megastars and turns them into, I don't even know what to say, like Scottie Pippen type, like stat wise, like point scoring wise. He'll turn you into like a 15 to 20 point scorer.
Looking at 24,
but that average is great by D Wade.
14 D Wade, his overall counting stats points per game as were reduced due to LeBron James being the first option.
Yeah.
But looking at efficiency, it was all-time great from Wade in 2014. And look at the NBA, the top 50 scores based off shooting percentage. D Wade was the 4th best player in the league. The guys behind are Dwight Howard, LeBron James, and Brook Lopez. That right there is D Wade as a shooting guard, 6'4", 6'5", being a top 4 player in the NBA based off scoring efficiency in the 2014 season.
Yeah, and let's remember, D Wade was a tough bucket shooter. Like he was a tough shot shooter, kind of like Kobe. It's hard to have a good high percentage like that.
Throw in one last thing. Look at the 2014 East Finals, the Heat versus Pacers. This big three combined was at nearly 60 points per game. LeBron James, 22.8 points, Wade nearly 20, and Chris Bosh, 16.4. The so-called washed Big Three Heat washed Dwayne Wade prior to the NBA Finals at 20 points a game on 54.5% shooting.
Yeah, how's he washed if he's, you're getting 3 more points a game than him right now, LeBron? And you have the ball in your hands all game? I'm not impressed.
Looking at his overall career based off field percentage, the 4th highest in any series of his entire Hall of Fame career.
We didn't have enough.
He's a liar.
Then a sweep of Charlotte defeated Brooklyn in 5 games. Little tougher test against Indiana, but still an impressive 6-game win. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh really finishing off those series well.
So looking at Game 1, Spurs vs. Heat, rematch of 2013. This final series for a couple of reasons was...
Can you imagine Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, any of the real greats with that kind of a roster? With Dwayne Wade, with Chris Bosh, Birdman for support off the bench. You got Ray Allen, the sharpshooter, and Rashard Lewis, the tall sharpshooter. You've got all these guys, and I'm not even listing half of their players. All these guys, and you still have the nerve years later to say, we didn't have enough. What did he say? What's the exact line? Say it again.
Enough.
He's a liar.
Series of his entire Hall of Fame career.
We didn't have enough.
We didn't have enough. And what he's talking about, I watched that many times. What he's talking about is the reserve players, the bench players, as he calls the minimum players in this podcast. He didn't have enough of them. Can you imagine that? When somebody like Jordan had to deal with like a Judd Bushler, a Randy Brown, a Bill Wennington, you know what I mean, off the bench, like he's saying this isn't enough to win. That's embarrassing.
Match of 2013. This final series for a couple of reasons was very, very important. As look at the rematch, there hadn't been a back-to-back finals rematch since 1998 Bulls versus Jazz. And much like this series, Chicago in 98 didn't have home court advantage and was striving for the elusive three-peat. Right here looking at LeBron's legacy this series, there was tons at stake. If he three-peats, he's just like Mike. If he beats Tim Duncan in their overall rivalry, he's up 2-1 and not down 1-2.
Yeah.
And for someone like D Wade, he ends up having 4 rings instead of 3. So looking at Game 1 the first quarter, the Bosh, Wade, LeBron trio came out rolling. As early on, up by 5 points, at the end of one, I combined 18 points, the majority of the Heat's points coming from the Big Three. The first 24 minutes of basketball in this year's finals, it was pretty nip and tuck, close throughout the entire half. And for the Spurs side of things, the only time they really pulled away, made a run, was in the first quarter. The Heat went cold, missed 6 straight shots, and Spurs went an 8-4 run. Besides that, the first half was very much competitive, a toss-up game.
Nice, everybody showed up.
And looking at the Heat, once again their Big Three, their depth, showing up in big-time ways. As LeBron James had 13 points, Wade had 12, and Bosh and Ray Allen combined had 20. So far in Game 1, looking at both teams playing very, very well. But looking past that, the biggest storyline in Game 1...
What was wrong with the AC that day?
So far was the AC in the arena not working.
Thank you,
no AC throughout the entire building. Who cares about us? Jalen, does it affect the players at all?
It doesn't affect the players as much as people think. You grow up playing AAU basketball, summer league basketball, playing outside. These players are conditioned to play regardless as long as there's a basketball and two hoops.
Larry Bird laughs at the idea that this would affect the players.
As he should, right? Okay.
Green on it. You've been sweating a lot, so just make sure you're okay.
Oh, yeah. I feel like pouring a bucket of water.
Looking over
Dude, that's got to suck wearing that suit.
the Heat bench prior to that timeout saying, time to get me out. Need a timeout. That's what Eric Spoelstra did.
Now, that right there for Game 1, the AC not working, was a big-time subplot. But looking at both these teams, if you're being logical, who do you think could handle it better? The Miami Heat, who have Wade, Bosh, LeBron, all guys...
I mean, it should have been them. It should have. But if we're talking about toughness, then I'm going Spurs. But, I mean, these guys are in the prime of their physical lives. So, yeah, actually, it should be these guys that can get through this easier.
In shape, good athletes. The San Antonio Spurs, at this point, were an ancient team. Tim Duncan, 38, Manu, 36, and Parker and Diaw in their early 30s. If you were a betting man at halftime, it's an AC being a big-time factor. Nobody in their right mind would think LeBron, Wade, and Bosh being more affected by the Heat than the San Antonio Spurs.
I mean, just in Game 1, I keep looking at these numbers. I keep looking at these numbers, man. And I'm going, how the hell can you leave this team? Like, how do you run away from this team? You've got it so good here, man.
But once again, this team was old, and in theory, the Heat will wear them down the longer they play. But looking at this game, virtually the exact opposite. As the Heat in the second half were definitely fatigued, and LeBron himself in the fourth quarter had cramps not once, but twice.
Broken, and it has caused some problems for players, including LeBron James. Watch him here after this shot. Looks to the bench. Second time in the game he's
Less
had
Balco.
to do that. And ask
more
out.
electrolytes.
This is down at the other end of the floor. James in there guarding Duncan, and you can see that he's had all sorts of problems. We heard him on our mic earlier say that he couldn't breathe because of how hot and steamy it is in here.
Man, try and hoop in the middle of summer out in Arizona, man. Good luck. It's what I grew up with. Bro, drink some Gatorade, eat a banana, do what you got to do.
It's certainly pressure.
When you guys are rich athletes, have them just inject some electrolytes into your veins, man.
Well, Pop talked about it. Everybody's going through
Get
the same
back
thing.
out there. It's
and
the finals.
LeBron James, an all-time great. The great ones find a way to tell
Eat a damn banana while they're injecting, not Balco, but while they're injecting electrolytes into your veins. Maybe some Balco, too. Maybe you need some of that, too. That might help. I don't know.
Not now.
A few minutes later.
Uh-oh.
It is stifling just to sit and watch. Again, fans all getting
Maybe he just pooped
in
his pants like Paul Pierce.
Their programs.
What kind of physical test was it in here in this arena with the temperature being what it was?
It was significant. Yeah, it was definitely a factor. I don't know what happened to LeBron, but I think all of us were feeling the heat. We're all dehydrated. We played through it, found a way to win.
Play through it, find a way to win. I love it.
That right there for LeBron's legacy was the birth of LeCramp James.
Yeah, LeCramp James and Excuse James. This is just one of those things. You know, the second that the AC was out, he was thinking in his head, now I have a built-in excuse. If we start losing, I have a built-in excuse to get me out of this situation. Why? Because he runs out the first door, like Pat Riley says, over and over and over again.
And looking at Game 1, losing Game 1, not a big-time deal, but at the very least, a squandered opportunity. As prior to LeBron leaving this game...
Yeah, man, especially your teammates were playing great. Like, you had everything you can ask for as a leader right there. All you needed to do was seal the deal and win.
Was basically dead even, a toss-up of who would win.
Sit your ass right
now, looking at Game 2, also in San Antonio, essentially a must-win game.
Who is this lady? This lady, and I think this is like her son or her boy, whatever this is. He's in on it too. This is great. That is hilarious. Oh my God.
Must-win game where you can't lose 2 straight like you did in 2011.
Sorry for the chill, Miami, but the Spurs are turning down the heat. Yeah, man. Us desert folk, we know how to play in the heat.
So the first quarter of this game, how did the Heat come out? How did they attack?
It's 110 degrees like every day right now, by the way, just so you know, like I'm not full of crap. You have to learn how to adapt. Like rainy climates or like snowy climates, you learn how to adapt. Here, you learn how to figure out how to navigate the heat. Well, I was going to make a cool Spurs posters, but then my hands cramped. Oh, man. Spurs fans, you guys are great.
Oh, it wasn't great. They were lethargic, slow, and running in mud. The Spurs team firing all cylinders, looking fantastic. As Duncan in the first quarter
nice.
Had a game high
efficient
11 points.
5 for 6.
Looking at Wade and LeBron combined in the first quarter, an abysmal 2 points, 1 of 4 shooting, and 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that's my Uncut's right. You should have capitalized on that first game, man. Y'all were firing on all cylinders.
Out of the entire Wade LeBron era in the first quarter scoring, that right there is the lowest total all time.
What kind of finish was that, man? Good.
It's over.
What the hell? How does he misses so many layups? You know how we have like a layup package video for MJ and Kyrie and D Wade and these guys, Kobe, Allen Iverson. Like we need one with just a whole bunch of misses. Because like look at this.
First quarter scoring.
You got him. You got Kawhi where you want him.
That right there is the lowest.
That's something you've done 1,000,000 times now.
Total.
Not even close. You know, like, damn, man.
All time. It's over. We are screwed. If you look at Wade and LeBron in that first quarter, I mean, absolutely anemic. Things like absolutely what you expected. Every heartbreaking game.
What are you looking at? Hold on. Some things never change. All right.
Absolutely
anemic. All right. What are you doing? Oh, he wanted a kick ball. Oh, okay. I mean, LeBron, it did not hit the shoe, so you're wrong on this one. But that was close. Okay, at least he was actually complaining about something valid, even though he was wrong. Because usually he's just asking for a foul that doesn't exist. Sorry, LeBron, though. That's not the shoe. It's so damn close.
Absolutely what you expected. Every heartbreaking game one loss. On the Spurs side of things, the fourth quarter game 1 versus the first quarter game 2, almost identical. As combined, 52 points, 21 dimes, impeccable shooting, and only missed 1 3 in 2 quarters combined. This Spurs team in the second quarter, it felt like blowout city. They were going to run away with the game and put it out of hand fairly early. But to the Heat's credit, a very important 7-0 run to close the gap and make things manageable. And it was all said and done in the second quarter. Actually outscored the Spurs 24-17 as San Antonio went absolutely ice cold. That right there.
46%. They're shooting okay. Not from 3. Nobody is. But 46%, not bad. So D Wade and LeBron are shooting bad, but it looks like everybody else is stepping up and doing their parts. Bench points 5 to 15. Wow. Spurs are kicking ass there. Points in the paint. Okay. Wonder who that is. Is that Chris Bosh, who's getting all the 11 turnovers? Not too great. I mean, just looking at this, I mean, and it's a tie game. They're in it.
For the Heat was a critical quarter. It stopped the bleeding and responded with some great defense and solid offense. As looking at LeBron James in the quarter, had 11 points, Bosh had 10 total, Ray Richard had 6, and Ray Allen had 5. Looking at the first half offensive stats, no doubt solid, some good output.
Yeah.
But looking at the big time difference, why this game was close, wasn't the Heat's offense, but their defense. As looking at the Spurs in the first half, only 43% shooting. And of course in the second quarter, only managed 17 points. So far in Game 1 and Game 2, yes, some big time runs, big time scoring bursts, but the Heat almost every time would respond and make things competitive. And look at the fourth quarter, again, very, very tight competitive, much like Game 1. And lucky for Heat fans this time, LeBron James didn't cramp up and had to leave early.
5 to shoot. James finds out.
Nice play.
Reverse layup.
Made the play for Bird.
Uh-oh.
Ginobili on the drive, back out to Parker. Parker for 3. That's good.
And LeBron James looking saying, are you kidding me?
What do you want?
Spurs do have a foul to give.
What do you want?
Kicks it out corner of the box with open 3.
Nice.
That's good. Chris Bosh from downtown. Ginobili got hit in the face.
Good trap.
Pass off
Yeah, good defense.
Uh-oh. Lefty layup. He got tripped up. This is that
Classic.
Allen right up on Ginobili. Ginobili behind the back.
Oh, what a move, man.
Won't go. Rebound stripped.
That's all right.
Miami ball.
Ginobili can take those all day, man. Nice play. Nice two-man.
That right there.
I always wondered what Bosh and Wade could have built together without LeBron.
Bosh in Game 2 with some big-time clutch plays.
Yep.
The tiny three-pointer, also the good pass to Wade to put the game out of reach.
Isn't it funny how, not only D. Wade doesn't get nearly as much credit as he deserves for these two championships, but Chris Bosh, it's criminal. He gets zero credit for this, and it's ridiculous.
Chris Bosh in his Heat career in the finals had some big-time clutch plays that are highly underrated and outright forgotten. Of course, Game 2 of this series, but also versus Dallas in Game 3, with a clutch-time game winner that nobody remembers. And look at Bosh 2014, the 5 games prior to this game, this guy was rolling, playing an all-time level.
Wow, even 50% from threes.
As a third option.
So he probably shot 2 of them and made 1, I assume, or 4 and made 2.
And looking at his averages, 21.2 points, 7.2 boards on impeccable shooting. Chris Bosh right here in 2014 in the Heat's third option, if he got the touch of the shot attempts, was capable of being a 21-7 guy on ridiculous
Nice feed.
shooting.
Again, great two-man game between these two.
In this era of the NBA in 2014, pre the stats going crazy, that guy being your third option is luxury many teams simply did not have. And
I miss Pop. Especially when I've been watching a lot of Spurs games the last couple of years, man. I really miss seeing Pop out there.
At both these teams, the Heat and Spurs, through 2 games, evenly matched, competitive, and if you had to predict, it's probably going 7. As looking at LeBron, in the second half of Game 2, he was in fact phenomenal, all-time great. As in the half, had 22 points, and was damn near flawless. What you need from LeBron this series...
60% shooting for the Heat. Second half, damn. Good luck guarding that.
...is an all-timer. Not just 1 good quarter here, 2 good quarters there, but a full 48-minute game where he's locked in, aggressive, and playing on both ends. And what you can have a repeat of is the first quarter of Game 2, where he had a measly 2 points and 3 turnovers. So with that in mind, looking at Game 3 in South Beach, the Heat on their home floor this season were a pretty impressive 32-9, the 5th best mark in the NBA. In the postseason, were a perfect 8-0. That right there is some very important context. And look at the first quarter. This game in the first quarter was close for about 3 minutes. As once it was tied at 8 apiece, the Spurs went then on out on a 17-4 run and followed it up with a 14-5 run, and after one, we're up by 16 points. And looking at Kawhi Leonard in the first quarter, a game-high 16 points. In my second quarter, the Spurs still rolling. We're now up 25 points due to Kawhi dominating on both ends.
Dude, this is a cool play, man.
Still rolling.
Look how he navigates with this pick.
We're now up 25 points due to Kawhi.
That's solid right there.
Dominating on both ends of the floor.
6 for 6 combined, including free throws for San Antonio. Leonard again aggressive.
Nice.
And 1. Has struggled so far in this series and for much of the playoffs. Leonard again shooting and nails the three-pointer.
Shard, man. Hand down, man down. You're tall. You got long arms.
Came up with a big W on the road in game
that was ball.
And it came up with a big W on the road in game 2.
Parker looking. Leonard another 3.
Gotcha, Blanco.
Leonard. Wild pass out to Mills. Patty Mills finding Leonard in the corner. That's a 3. Kawhi Leonard. Most points he's ever
I mean, we
scored.
just saw Tony Allen. Maybe some of you didn't, but I saw Tony Allen on a podcast the other day saying that they literally would target LeBron James. You know how people say, ex-NBA players say that whatever side of the court Michael Jordan was on, they would target the opposite end because they don't want to, they don't want him to steal the ball. It's now confirmed. An NBA player has finally confirmed it. It's the opposite with LeBron. Whatever side of the hoop LeBron's in, defensively, you target that end because he's the weakness on the team. It's not me who said it. It was me who said it before, but now I'm just quoting Tony Allen, one of the greatest defenders of all time. By the way, he also said if Marc Gasol didn't win that DPOY, the award obviously belonged to himself, Tony Allen, not LeBron James. And he also said LeBron's never locked anybody up in his damn life. Freaking the whole defensive thing, the whole defensive narrative just got blown up by Tony Allen. Now it's not just us saying it, it's one of the greatest defenders of all time saying it. And that carries a lot more weight than whatever I say.
In any quarter in his brief career, by Leonard. Leonard gets it back, fakes the three. James closes out on him. Leonard shoots.
Oh, and the reason I say that is from watching this play. So watch this. Watch how quickly Tony Parker is going to retarget LeBron's guy. Watch this.
Parker looking.
It's right after this play. Right. So we got broken play by Kawhi. All right. And a risky pass, but it succeeds. All right. Watch how quickly Tony Parker's smart, and he knows the game plan. Watch how quickly he's going to retarget Kawhi.
Wild pass out to Mills.
Yep. You got LeBron on you? Oh, we're going right back at you.
Patty Mills finding Leonard in the corner.
That's what triggered that thought in my head.
Kawhi Leonard.
He went from one end of the basket to the other end of the basket intentionally to target LeBron's guy.
Points he's ever scored in any.
Now that Tony Allen said that, I'm going to look for it everywhere.
Leonard gets it back, fakes the three. James closes out on him. Leonard shoots and hits.
That first half by Kawhi right there was an absolute carry job. And compared to Game 1 and Game 2, where he's largely out of the offensive flow, Game 3 was the Kawhi show, him finally taking over. And looking at that 25-point lead, at this moment what you're thinking is the game is out of reach and it's effectively over. And that's technically not true. As looking at this Heat team, they made numerous runs. As coming out of the halftime break, got down to 15 points, and the end of the third quarter actually got to single digits at a 9-point lead. So the Heat right here, very much in the game, in striking distance. And look at the second and third quarters of the Heat's offense. Who was carrying them leading this comeback? Was it LeBron James? Unfortunately not. As Dwayne Wade had 15 points, Rashard Lewis had 9, Bosh had 7, Ray and Cole had 5, and LeBron only had 4. Now why is that important? Look at LeBron's first quarter, he came out blazing, 14 points off rip. But compared to Kawhi Leonard, outscored 16-14.
I always say first and third quarters, that's LeBron time. Second quarter and fourth quarter, get him the hell out of there.
In the next two quarters, LeBron James really did nothing. He's being carried by a supporting cast. And watching this game, what I'm thinking for LeBron in the moment is, he's saving his energy resting for the fourth quarter for a big-time push.
7 turnovers, man.
But for Heat fans, that fourth quarter, unfortunately, the repeat of the second, third quarter, and not a sequel to that great first quarter.
Unless you got 25, or realistically, 18 to 20 assists, I never want to see 7 turnovers is unacceptable. You have to compensate that with a lot of assists. And even then, what are we doing?
Leonard kicks it back out. Thank you, Doris. Green on the drive. James guarding him left-handed.
Yep.
And
Easy.
one. What a beautiful shot from Green. Cole looking for James Parker on him. Double team.
That's why you're getting turnovers. That's panicking. Yep. And usually when you see high turnover numbers, it's a mental thing. Yeah, so why are you making mistakes like this? Freaking out.
Leonard right up
it's
on
the fourth
James.
quarter. It's time to poop pants.
8 to shoot. James puts his head down, drives to the baseline, shut off nicely. Stolen by Green.
Allen on the switch, and Kawhi Leonard attacked a bad angle closeout.
James against Leonard, lost the ball.
What you're seeing here is what he was trying to avoid in 2011. That's why he didn't catch the ball in 2011 in the finals. He stayed away from the ball because this is the alternative. Him doing crap like this. This year, I guess he went full 180 and he decided to see what happens if I really give it my all.
Parker.
And look at that.
Parker back out Green. Green launches it up to Duncan. Touch pass Leonard, blocked and foul from a hunchback. Gets a head start. Uses Duncan's screen. Leonard on the drive. Kicks it back out. Parker for 3. Puts it in.
Damn,
Tony Parker from downtown.
What a tough
Leonard with
shot.
5
Tough
to shoot.
play.
Pulls back.
All right.
Leonard with 2 to shoot, drives, off balance, draws the foul on James as the shot clock was expiring.
Still one of the top players in the game.
James drives.
Oh, finish those, man.
This is Dial, the rebound.
I ran into dozens of people, and I asked every one of them, who wins tonight? Everybody said the Heat will win and win easily last night. Everybody who came here thought the Heat would win yesterday. I thought the Heat would win. You thought the Heat would win.
They should have.
LeBron right here in a critical Game 3, you go up 2-1 or down 1-2. The performance he gave was pretty lackluster. In all honesty, post that first quarter, it was shades of 2011. As looking at overall stats, 8 points, 7 turnovers, 4-8 shooting, 0 of 2 from deep, with the worst plus-minus of any Heat starter.
Jeez.
Looking at LeBron's overall counting stats, having 22 points, no, not a terrible game.
Look at the
But
claw.
in the context of the game, how bad he was post that first quarter, that makes it much more damning. And look at the fourth quarter, only putting up 4.3 turnovers. For MVP player, you expect
This
more.
is literally what it would have been like if LeBron and MJ got to face off against each other in the NBA. This is how it would have felt for him. You know, just he can't breathe. Not an inch to breathe.
Player, you expect more.
You've got to do better.
Now look at Dwayne Wade, the so-called washed Wade. This guy in Game 3 was in fact Miami's best player, and compared to Kawhi Leonard, the second best player
8 for 12
in this game, as Wade had 22
Wow.
points on nearly 70% shooting. And look at the second half.
So yeah, okay. So he got 16 in the second half, 8 in the first half. So it looks like, yeah, it was LeBron time in the first half, and obviously that wasn't going well. So D Wade made a decision. I'm going to have to be more aggressive in the second half because LeBron doesn't have it today.
16 points in the catalyst for multiple big-time Heat runs. Right now in the moment, looking at D-Wade in these finals, you know, not all-time great 06 or even 2011, but you know, for a second option, doing his job. Look at these stats right here of Wade's last 10 playoff games in 2014 postseason. Scoring average, 20.2. From the field, 55%
Look
shooting.
at his threes.
From 3, above 40%. And per line,
I mean,
almost
just shooting in general, amazing. Man, let him shoot the ball more, LeBron.
at 90%. D-Wade in his last 10 playoff games scored 20 plus 5 separate times.
I swear to God, it's the same situation over and over again with LeBron. If he just gets out of the way a little more, he could have a lot more success. Like,
So
what's
saying-
the point of surrounding yourself around megastars if you don't let them play their game? Why do you force them to play your game?
He was washed, you know, past his prime. Look at the actual output, that's simply not true. Because, of course, in Game 3, having 22 points, he was the Heat's actual best
And he
player.
finishes at the freaking rim.
Now, speaking of 22 points, look at LeBron James and that number, 22. Why is that important? If you look at Michael Jordan's finals career, 35 total games. His lowest scoring game ever was, in fact, also 22, which means Jordan, 1 out of 35 games, reached that mark of 22 points.
It's so funny
If you look-
saying that's his lowest, but that's the worst it ever got.
Look at LeBron's finals resume, including 07, 2011, 12, 13, and now 14. LeBron's games, 22 points or under, have now reached 10 times in a mere 20 finals games. As versus Spurs in 07, scored 14. Dallas, in 4 straight games, had 20, 17, 8, 17, and 21. Versus Spurs in 2013, the first 3 games was subpar, 18, 17, and 15. And of course, 2014, this game, had 22
Gee,
points.
I wonder why he has a losing record in the finals, guys.
If you look at LeBron's finals career right here, having these bizarre dud finals games happens pretty frequently. If you
All
want to
right, you know what? I'm going to pause it right there, and we will be back tomorrow with the coverage, which is going to start in Game 4. All right? So that'll be it's like right there anyways. 22 minutes on a 44-minute video. This is like perfect halfway point, guys. So, all right. Fantastic video so far. Like, I am locked in on this, guys. So, hopefully you guys come back tomorrow. We'll react to the second half. And sorry, I didn't plan to stop here, so I wasn't prepared to do an outro. So might as well let's just make this quick. I will see you all tomorrow on the next one. Thank you so much for watching so far. Guys, go click on the link down below in the description and check out Uncut Hoops channel. Because you don't just have this, you got a lot of great content on that channel. So anyways, guys, go check it out. And yeah, really, though, I want to see you guys in the comments as usual. And we'll have a good old conversation like we do every day in there, guys. Thank you. I appreciate this community. And I will appreciate seeing you guys back tomorrow for the second half of this epic video. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Like the vid on the way out if you could. Please hype the video if you could. I think it'll really help this one. And subscribe if you want more content like this. Hit the bell if you want to get notified for tomorrow's video, okay? All right, guys, see you in the comments. Be water, my friends.